Next is Danny Laneri with Solutionreach.
Good morning. My name is Danny Laneri. I flew all the way from Park City, Utah, so I'm a little ways from home. Thank you all for having me here. With Solutionreach, I know that you've been asked so many times, and I will ask one time for a hand raise, and I just want to see if we have Solutionreach users here in the crowd today. Okay, perfect. Glad to see you. So, Solutionreach is 17 years now as the originator of a concept of sending text message for appointment reminders. That's how it started 17 years ago as Smile Reminder. And since then, we have been acquired by a $12 billion portfolio. They dumped about $110 million into our feature development, and we have become the company that we are today. What we've tried to do is build out an automated communication or leverage every communication channel or pain points that an office has. Check-ins, payment reminders, payment processing, online reviews, social media integrations, appointment confirmations, 6-month recare, pulling from specific procedural codes within 300 softwares so that you can communicate with a group with a click of a button, and really just kind of streamline a lot of the office processes. So what I wanted to talk about a little bit is we're such a broad platform, and like I said, we cover all of those things I just mentioned, but we've changed quite a few things, and I want to paint a picture of also where we're headed. So we've just launched a new feature, and I'll finish with a 2-minute video to kind of educate y'all on what we have coming out here. Jimmy spoke a little bit about the reviews, and what we do is, let's say you have an individual come in and post-appointment, you just want a survey. You can do two things with Solutionreach. We build you out a customizable post-appointment survey. So one thing is you just want to gauge whether they had a good appointment and see if they'd be willing to come back. Did you keep time? Were they satisfied with the way that everything happened? But then there's another side of things as well. You may want to do a direct survey. So as the dental industry changes and all these wonderful new products come to market, you need to gauge patients' interest and make sure that you're giving the patients what they want. So essentially, you could switch this survey out and say, how do you feel about your smile? Have you ever considered Invisalign? Do you have a stigma around Botox, Juvederm? Do you understand TMJ? Do you suffer from sleep apnea? All sorts of things. Basically, the patients can tell you what to bring into your practice, and you can kind of speak to those needs, or you can take this and use that as intel for your practice. So speaking to the online reviews, Google reviews have become such an important thing for an office. So post-appointment, what we do is we actually have an automatic Gmail detect. So I'm a Gmail account holder, and I actually received a link just like this the other day from practice for my 6-month follow-up. So basically what we do is we have a 1 to 5-star process where if a patient gave you a 1, 2, or a 3-star review, we'd shoot that back to you and say, you may have a problem, a fire you want to put out. If the patient gives you a 4 or a 5-star review and they're using a Gmail account, they're already logged into Google, and it will actually take them directly to your Google listing to leave a star review right there. Another thing is other third-party sites. You know, Yelp is tough for dentistry. I've heard a lot of terrible stories circling around Yelp, and I see a couple ears just perked up, but it's still relevant, and so we also cater toward Yelp users. Or we have a partnership with Health Grades. How many of y'all? I promised I wouldn't ask you to raise your hands. So I will tell you that every dentist in the country is listed on Health Grades, whether you like it or not. So when you search, I'm giving you permission to pull your phone out, but if you search your name and your Health Grades listing, there's a good chance on the Google page it's in the top 5 rankings. You may not be aware of that, but if you don't have a profile picture on Health Grades and reviews going to that site, it's kind of like online dating. I mean, who's going to go to a practitioner that doesn't have a photo up, or maybe they have 1 2-star review? So what Solutionreach has done is we've taken those post-appointment surveys and linked that directly in. So your Health Grades profile is actually beefing up to 155 star reviews with no output on your side. It's simply patients come in for an appointment, fill that survey out, and then Health Grades will link that to your page, and that's on the top of the Google search. They spend so much in SEO and marketing, so you get to benefit from that as a Solutionreach customer. Another thing is you could send a text invite for a survey while they're sitting chairside or an hour after they've left the appointment, just kind of while things are fresh. Here's what I want to talk about is the future, moving forward. What we have just done is we have eliminated with an automated message those 5-digit recyclable short codes. You've probably all seen one from the hairdresser, from the dentist, the optometrist, the medical practice, you name it. What Solutionreach has just done is we actually take your landline telephone and make it text capable. So no additional hardware, nothing on that front. We actually just make it so there's no longer an automated 5-digit short code coming out with all of our automated messages. It comes directly from your office telephone number as if it were a cell phone. The patient can save that and expect to receive communication from that every single time. So it's really neat. We're excited. I figured I'd let our marketing department just explain this a little bit better than I do. And so as long as AV has the sound up for me on this video, it's about 2 minutes, and then I'm going to wrap up. We are booth 1443. We ask for an opportunity to earn your business. We give you a satisfaction period of 60 days on the front end. Charge $1 here at the meeting for an activation fee for you to plug it in and give us 60 days to decide if we can show you that we're valuable enough to keep in your practice. So with this conversations piece, most of us are using a smartphone. You're familiar with the iMessage kind of concept. You can kind of see here, but a simple scenario where if I'm in your practice and I left my glasses in the office and it's 15 minutes later and I realize that, the call volume and the call time means if I pick up that phone and tie you up, it's going to be about an 8-minute process. So instead, now what I do is I just say, hey, it's Danny. Oh, that's another thing. It pulls from your software that I'm a patient of record. So this actually reads in, and it's going to show you, it'll actually pull up from Dentrix, EagleSoft, OpenDent, SoftDent. Hey, this is Danny Laneri. He's a patient of record. If it's a new patient, you won't have that number in your system. But speaking to the glasses scenario, I send a simple text message into your landline number now. You're sitting on any workstation within your office, and you can just say, yep, they're right here. Come and grab them. Case closed. 8 minutes saved. We didn't pick up the phone. It wasn't invasive for you. It was simple for me. On your on your website, you can now say, call or text this number to request an appointment. When an automated message goes out and somebody says, yes, I'm coming to that appointment, but I'm 15 minutes behind, that normally won't go into EagleSoft or Dentrix and write in as a confirmation. That would normally go to the abyss. Well, now it comes right to you at whatever workstation you're sitting at as a pop-up chat, just like a text message. There's no login required. You don't have to be in our Solutionreach system. This is an app on all of your workstations within the office. So it's a wonderful feature, and it is speaking to the statistics behind it with that video. Some of the things it touches on is just really the workflow and the time that's saved and the ease of use and the accessibility that your patients feel. It's kind of like a 24-hour concierge for them. They can just shoot this in. It also has out-of-office messaging. I mean, you have all sorts of capabilities with this. If you had a storm and you've closed the office, you can log in from the comfort of your home, set a preset message for conversations when somebody texts in to fire back. Sorry, we're out of the office. There's a storm. Here's an emergency phone number to contact us if needs be. Like I said, we're in booth 1443. We'd love to have you stop by. I'll be there with a couple of my colleagues, and please give us an opportunity to show you a little bit more of what we do. Thank you.